Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really jumping into something interesting for tax professionals out there. It's the A to Z Pro Tax Software's PTIN tax firm partnership program. Our mission really is to unpack how this whole thing works and, well, how it could be a game changer, especially for folks looking to grow their practice without needing their own EFIN, getting that EFI, your electronic filing ID number. It's often seen as this like major hurdle, right? Like cracking some kind of secret to just to file returns electronically with the IRS. It can feel like a real barrier. But the material we looked at makes this pretty bold claim. It says straight up, you don't need your own EFI to crush it this season. That really caught my eye. It kind of flips the script on what many tax pros think is possible.
It really does. And what's fascinating here is how the program offers a direct, kind of innovative way around that specific regulatory block. By setting up this partnership, tax pros can legally and smoothly file returns using A to Z Pro Tax Software's own EFIN. So it streamlines the whole process. It's not just a minor tweak, it's a strategic solution.
Yeah.
It really addresses a significant barrier for a lot of people trying to build their business.
Yeah.
Takes away a major friction point.
Right, removes that bottleneck. So the source calls it the perfect shortcut for ambitious tax pros ready to file, earn, and shine without limits.
Wow. That sounds amazing, almost too easy. What's the catch? Or maybe what's something people might overlook at first glance? That's a fair question. I mean, it does sound incredibly appealing. Often, with things that lower barriers significantly, people look for the hidden downside. Honestly, the main thing isn't really a catch in the negative sense. It's more about commitment. You have to be diligent about following the process, especially the documentation requirements. It's structured for a reason: professionalism, legal compliance. So while it takes away the EFI and stress, it reinforces other really good practices, which frankly helps reduce your own risk as a preparer.
Okay, that makes sense. It's not a free pass, but a different structure. So let's dig into the advantages. What are the big wins for joining this PTIM program?
Well, the absolute core benefit, like we said, is filing under A to Z Pro Tax Software's EFIN. And that's not just a technicality. It gives you instant credibility, professionalism right out of the gate.
Yeah.
For someone new or maybe working independently, being part of an established compliance system, that gives clients confidence. And you can actually keep your business running, keep the revenue coming in without those typical delays you might face trying to get your own EFIN sorted.
And it sounds like it's more than just the EFIN number itself. There's a support system too.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge piece. Beyond just letting you file, the program gives you access to tax tools, the software itself, which we can talk more about, and ongoing support. That's vital. Tax laws change, things get complicated. Having that backup, that guidance from an established firm, that's a massive plus. It lets you focus more on your clients, less on trying to figure out every single IRS rule change on your own. This support really helps you scale with more confidence, knowing you've got a safety net for compliance and technical stuff. It's about reducing risk, staying compliant. And actually, the back-end fees on bank-footed returns are super low. That's a big financial plus. Really boosts your profit per return compared to some other setups.
That combination of peace of mind and better finances is definitely compelling. Okay, so how does it actually work day to day? Let's walk through the steps. The source says it's designed for ease and success.
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward, designed to be intuitive. Step one is just uploading the client documents. You, the preparer, securely put all the tax docs into a client vault. Secure, convenient. It simplifies that whole data gathering mess. We all know how messy collecting W-2s and receipts can get, right? So anything that smooths out getting the documents in is good.
Okay, secure upload. What's next?
That falls right into step two, preparing the return. You use TaxWise Online for this. That's A to Z Pro Tax Software's cloud-based software. The materials really stress that it's smooth, fast, powerful. And being cloud-based is a big deal in itself. You can work from anywhere. Huge flexibility, which is great for work-life balance or reaching clients outside your immediate area. No being chained to one office computer.
Right, flexibility is key. So the return's prepped. What happens before it actually gets filed?
Okay, step three, compliance check and submission. This is critical. A to Z Pro Tax Software has a team that actually reviews everything. They check it all against IRS compliance rules. Accuracy, looking for potential red flags. That review layer is, well, invaluable for an independent preparer. Catches mistakes before they become problems. Once it's reviewed and gets the green light, it goes for e-signature, then e-filing. So prep, check, sign, file. Very streamlined, very reliable.
Makes sense. So after submission, we get to the money part. How do clients pay, and how does that work for the preparer?
Yeah, step four is payment options. They offer flexibility here. Two main ways. The client could just pay up front, There's a small fee for that, $25 for individual returns, $50 for business. Simple, you get paid right away for your work. Or the other option, the client can choose a bank product. A2Z Pro Tax software handles all that. This is really popular because the client can have the prep fees taken right out of their refund. No upfront cash needed from them.
Okay, so options for the client. Then the refund itself. How does that get to the client? And crucially, when does the tax pro see their money?
Right. Step 5 is the refund release. Once the IRS sends the refund, TPG gets it. That's Tax Products Group. They're a big name in this space. TPG then sends the money straight to your client, usually direct deposit, which is fastest, or maybe a prepaid card if they don't have a bank account. And then step 6, the one you're waiting for, you get paid. A2Z Pro Tax software sends out a payout sheet every Monday showing what you'd earned. Then you get the funds deposited the following week. Clear schedule. And they make it clear. All payouts are 1099-NC. You're the boss, an independent contractor. It's a consistent structure, good for managing your cash flow.
That weekly payout is definitely a big plus for managing a business. Okay, beyond just the nuts and bolts, what are the bigger picture reasons someone would really thrive with this program?
This part really speaks to the entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, first off, and this is huge, you're your own boss, and there are no revenue splits. You keep 100% of your preparation fees. Think about that. So many other models, like franchises or some partnerships, take a big cut, keeping everything you earn. That completely changes your profit potential. You can reinvest, price competitively, or just, earn more.
Wow, no revenue splits. That is a major differentiator. What else helps build that independence and growth potential?
Look, the weekly payouts we just mentioned, guaranteed, no delays. That steady cash flow is critical, especially when you're growing. Then there's the remote work capability thanks to the cloud software. That's not just convenient, it's strategic. Serve clients anywhere. Set your own hours, maybe ditch the expensive office lease. You get to set your own prices. Total control. You can scale fast by targeting the clients you want, offering the value you want. Plus, they offer one-on-one training and even marketing help if you need it. That tackles two big challenges, getting better at the job and finding clients. It's really a package designed for true independence and growth.
It really sounds like it puts you in the driver's seat of your own business. Full control, less overhead. Okay, so if someone's ready to jump in, what documentation do they need to have ready for compliance?
Right, compliance is key. The program's clear about what's needed, and having it ready avoids delays. For all returns, you need a signed engagement letter with the client, standard practice, valid ID for the taxpayer, and spouse if filing jointly. Super important. And all the dependent documents, SSN cards, birth certificates, maybe school or medical records to prove eligibility for credits. And obviously, all the income docs, W-2s, 1099s, whatever they have. Complete and accurate docs are crucial from the get-go.
Okay. And anything extra needed for business returns?
Yep. For business returns, like a Schedule C or an S-Corp 1120S, there's a bit more. Things like their business license or state registration, the IRS letter with their EIN, a profit and loss statement or a balance sheet, and any specific due diligence forms for that type of business. The source gives a pro tip here, which is basically upload complete, clear, accurate docs every single time. Cannot stress that enough. It's not just about ticking boxes. It directly impacts how fast the review happens, how quickly things get filed, and ultimately how fast the client gets their refund. It keeps everything running smoothly.
Good advice. Attention to detail pays off. Now, are there any types of returns that this doesn't cover? It's good to know the boundaries.
Exactly. Knowing the exclusions helps you manage expectations and focus your practice. The program is clear on this. It doesn't support fuel credits. Or Form 990 for nonprofits. No Form 10065 for partnerships. Also, married filing separately returns are out, and so are 1040-NR returns for non-residents. So it tells you exactly where the program focuses primarily on common individual and small business returns. It helps you define your service offerings within the partnership.
Okay, good to know the scope. So wrapping this up, it really seems like the A2Z Pro Tax Software PTIN Tax Firm Partnership Program offers the tools, the support, and crucially, the freedom to grow a tax business without needing your own EFIN. The message seems to be about enabling more clients, more income, more confidence.
I think what's really provocative here is thinking about how partnerships like this could fundamentally change things for independent tax pros. It takes away some really big hurdles that used to make going independent seem, well, really daunting for a lot of people. It potentially allows for growth and efficiency that might have felt out of reach before. This model lets solo practitioners and small firms really zero in on serving clients and building their business, not just getting stuck in administrative quicksand. It could really boost entrepreneurship in the tax world.
That's a great thought to end on. If you're listening and you're ready to rock this tax season, maybe explore this powerful solution for yourself, you should visit a2zprotaxsoftware.com. That's a2zprotaxsoftware.com. Or you can give them a call at 817-726-2181. Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Taxes podcast.